You are listening to the AI World Podcast, your trusted source for the latest innovations, insights, and trends in artificial intelligence, blockchain, fintech, and decentralized technologies. Each episode features expert interviews, engaging discussions, and in-depth analysis of how AI transforms industries worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest articles and exclusive reports from the AI World Journal, covering everything from emerging technologies to industry breakthroughs. For more news, global events, and access to AI World Society circle gatherings, visit us at aiworld.tv. Don't forget to subscribe to stay informed, stay connected, and be part of the AI revolution with AI World Lounge. Thank you for listening.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We cut through the noise to focus on what's really shaping our world. And today we're diving into something that feels, well, almost like sci-fi becoming real. Is AI just getting incredibly good at remembering things, or is it actually, starting to think? We've all interacted with AI that gives pre-baked answers, right? But there seems to be a really fundamental shift happening.
There absolutely is. And that shift really revolves around something called Inference-Time Reasoning.
Right.
It's honestly a game changer. It's moving AI beyond being just a well-trained parrot, essentially, to becoming a genuine, real-time problem solver.
So in this deep dive, we're going to unpack what that actually means, why it's such a huge leap, how it works under the hood, and look at some pretty surprising real-world impacts. We're drawing a lot from a great report by Homi Makubi and Sunny Armani in the AI World Journal. Right, and our mission here is pretty straightforward, to give you a crisp, clear picture of this. It's complex stuff. But we want to equip you with the key insights, build that solid foundation so you really get what's going on. No jargon overload. Ready to jump in.
Okay, so for ages, AI has been this super-powered pattern matcher. That's how we've mostly understood it. Learns from massive data sets, great at classifying, generating text, the kind of chatbots we use. But you're saying it's not just recalling anymore, it's like thinking on its feet.
That's exactly it. That real-time dynamic cognition, that's the heart of inference-time reasoning. So instead of just, pulling out an answer it learned during training, it's actively figuring things out as it goes.
Wow. Okay. That ability to apply logic right then and there, that feels like a massive change in how AI works. Can you maybe walk us through what really makes this new type of AI different? What are the key characteristics? Absolutely. What makes it really stand out? Well, first, it's this ability to think through a problem step by step, logically, like we might, not just a quick guess. Yeah. Second, it can make pretty smart decisions, even when it sees something completely new, something it wasn't trained on. And maybe the most surprising part, it can sort of look things up or even use external tools in real time, like connecting to calculators, databases, APIs, basically expanding its knowledge way beyond its initial training data.
That is a huge leap. The report used this brilliant analogy, didn't it? Traditional AI is like that student who just memorized answers for the test. Perfect score if the questions are the same. But this reasoning AI, that's the student who can actually show their work. Adapts to new problems, thinks through solutions right there on the spot. It's shifting from rote memory to genuine understanding. So we're really not just talking about making AI a bit faster or slightly better. This sounds fundamental. Why does this kind of qualitative jump matter so much for us using this tech?
Oh, it's absolutely fundamental. Think about it. AI that doesn't just do more of the same, but can actually tackle new kinds of problems, things it's never seen, with minimal extra training. That means AI can adapt, instantly to changing situations or new instructions and solve really complex multi-step problems by thinking them through logically. It's also kind of blending the best of both worlds, the structured logic of older AI with the pattern-spotting power of modern machine learning.
And this moves AI much closer to what people call agentic intelligence, right? So not just an information source, but an AI that can reason, plan, and actually do things in the world.
Exactly. Think AI that doesn't just find the best flight, but then actually books it, handles the details based on its reasoning.
Yeah, it's the difference between a fixed calculator just doing its one thing and a critical thinker that can come up with novel solutions for whatever you throw at it.
Perfectly put. Traditional AI is like that calculator, one input, one quick prediction, all based on its training, kind of static. It doesn't really remember context in the moment. But inference-time reasoning lets these models act more like, thinkers. They engage in multi-step reasoning, use prompts, tools, APIs. They make decisions dynamically, in real time. They even use little mental scratch pads to keep track of their thought process. Much more adaptable.
Okay, so we've got the what this new kind of thinking and the why, the big qualitative leap. But the million-dollar question is how? How is AI actually doing this? What are the core techniques making this real-time reasoning possible?
Right, well, there are a few key techniques for doing this. First is something called chain of thought prompting. It sounds simple, but it's powerful. You basically encourage the AI to think aloud. You might literally tell it, let's solve this step by step. And by making it lay out its reasoning, its accuracy on logical tasks goes way up.
Huh, that's clever. Almost like forcing it to be methodical, like we would be with a tough problem. And then you mentioned tool use and API calling, so it's not just stuck inside its own head.
Exactly. It can reach out, use a calculator, pull weather data, check a database, connect to other software via APIs. It gives it like external senses and tools.
Gotcha. Expanding its reach.
Then there's retrieval augmented generation, or RAG. This one's really important. It means the model can grab specific, up-to-date information from outside sources before it answers. Think your company's latest documents, a live knowledge base. This helps make sure the answers are grounded in current facts, not just its potentially outdated training data.
Okay, grounding it in reality. That makes sense. And the report mentioned something called self-reflection and planning. That sounds pretty advanced.
It really is. This is where it gets fascinating. The AI actually considers multiple ways to solve a problem, multiple reasoning paths, and then it evaluates them and picks the best one. This is central to making those autonomous AI agents work things like AutoGPT or Google's React framework.
Wow, it's like the AI double-checks its own thinking before giving an answer. That's impressive. So these techniques sound amazing in theory, but where are we actually seeing this kind of thinking AI making a difference right now? Can you give us some solid, real-world examples?
Yeah, definitely. The applications are already popping up and are quite impactful. Take healthcare. Imagine a virtual assistant, you ask it. My kid has a sore throat, fever, and this rash. For 3 days, what could it be? Instead of just matching keywords, an AI using inference-time reasoning might evaluate the symptoms, rule out strep, perhaps, then consider something like scarlet fever. It might even suggest checking for a specific sign, like a strawberry tongue. And crucially, it explains why. It shows its reasoning, much like a doctor would.
That's way beyond a simple symptom checker. Okay, what about something like legal tech? That seems complex.
Very complex. So imagine a law firm's AI assistant is asked, does this specific case fall under California's anti-SLAPP statute? That's a tricky legal shield. The AI wouldn't just pull up the statute text. It would evaluate legal precedents, compare the case facts to the law's clauses. It might use a research API to pull relevant case law examples and then actually draft a reasoned argument. It's doing analysis, not just search.
Performing actual legal reasoning.
Okay. Or think about math word problems. Yeah. We've all seen AI sometimes get these weirdly wrong, right? They hallucinate, like those problems. A train leaves Chicago at 60 miles per hour. A traditional model might just guess. But an inference-time AI, it breaks it down, step by step, calculates distances, applies the right formulas, and explains its logic. It actually mirrors how a person would solve it.
Right, showing its work again. And it's not just language, is it? You mentioned autonomous navigation.
Yeah, this is critical. Imagine a delivery drone flying its route. Suddenly there's a new obstacle. Maybe a big billboard put up yesterday. Definitely not in its training data. Instead of freezing or crashing, the reasoning AI can assess the situation, recalculate its path, consider its constraints like battery life, and reroute, all in real time, adapting on the fly.
That's genuine adaptability, vital for anything moving in the real world.
And one more really common one. Enterprise search assistants. You work at a company, you ask the internal AI, hey, what was our client's feedback on Project Atlas last year? Okay. Instead of just dumping documents on you, it reasons across maybe emails, meeting notes, project summaries. It figures out your intent, pulls the relevant context, and gives you a concise summary, something like, they really pushed for monthly payments because of their budget cycles, synthesizing insight, not just data.
That ability to synthesize across different sources, that's incredibly useful. It really is applied intelligence. But with all this power, there's got to be challenges, right? It can't be all smooth sailing. What are the hurdles?
Oh, absolutely. There are definitely hurdles. For one, this step-by-step thinking, it can be slower. It takes more time than just spitting out a pre-computed answer. And more thinking often means more computation, so higher costs, especially if you want to use it at a massive scale. Plus, there's this risk of hallucinated logic. The AI thinks it's reasoning soundly, but it might be subtly wrong if it's not properly grounded. And actually checking those intermediate steps, verifying its reasoning, That can be surprisingly hard.
That's a really important point. If it's showing its work, we need ways to actually grade that work, especially the steps in between. And what about security? If it's using external tools, calling APIs, does that open up new risks, maybe from people trying to trick it with bad prompts?
Yes, it absolutely does. Real-time tool access, the potential for adversarial prompts. It means we need really strong safety measures, better ways to evaluate, probably human oversight for anything critical. But even at these challenges, this is clearly paving the way for a new kind of AI. We're talking about genuinely cognitive agents, not just chatbots or copilots, but systems that can think, learn, adapt continuously.
So the vision is AI that's a true collaborator, like an AI tutor using Socratic methods, not just giving answers, or AI that writes and debugs its own code, or negotiates contracts, investigates scientific literature.
Exactly. These agents won't just assist, they'll co-think with us. It really feels like the beginning of what that report calls applied intelligence, where AI becomes a genuine partner in thought.
Wow. That shift from intelligence being trained into AI to intelligence being exercised by AI in real time, that feels profound.
It is. And as these more general AI agents emerge, it forces us to ask some big questions, doesn't it? Like, how do we even measure the quality of AI reasoning? Can we truly trust AI to make decisions on its own in important situations? And maybe the biggest one, when an autonomous system makes a decision in real time, who's accountable?
Yeah, those are huge questions, technical, ethical, philosophical. They'll evolve right alongside the tech itself. But what's crystal clear from this deep dive is that the future of AI isn't just about its training data anymore. It's about its ability to think.
And that loops back to something the report highlighted. There's always more to learn and multiple perspectives in rich understanding. When you think about AI that can genuinely co-think with us, it's not just about changing work. It can actually change how we learn, how we discover things.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What completely new kinds of questions will we be able to ask? Questions we couldn't even conceive of before, now that AI can reason alongside us, not just fetch answers for us. That's definitely something worth pondering long after this deep dive ends.
The future of artificial intelligence is unfolding, and it's happening at AI World Week, the flagship global event for innovation, collaboration, and transformation. This flagship global AI event is designed to connect visionary leaders, trailblazing entrepreneurs, and influential thinkers to explore the endless possibilities of AI. Experience groundbreaking technology that redefines industries and inspires progress. Join thought-provoking discussions on ethical AI, digital equity, and the transformative role of technology in our world. Build meaningful connections that catalyze innovation and drive impact. AI World Week is powered by AI World Society, a global movement dedicated to advancing AI responsibly and ensuring it serves humanity. Together, we're shaping a smarter, more inclusive, and equitable future. Continue your journey beyond the event with the AI World Journal, offering expert insights, in-depth analysis, and the latest trends shaping the AI landscape. This is your opportunity to lead, to innovate, and to transform the world with AI. AI World Week. We invite you to join us and embrace the AI revolution.